Welcome to Legally Speaking with Attorney Antoinette Osbourne. This program is for information purposes only. If you need legal advice, you can contact me, Antoinette Osbourne, at 718 502 9137. The office focuses on divorce, immigration, bankruptcy, real estate, and estate matters. We also do eviction proceedings. There is a second office in Jamaica, West Indies that focuses on legal representation if you are seeking to buy or sell property in Jamaica or if you're looking to wrap up an estate. For housekeeping purposes, prior outcomes do not guarantee a similar result. Thank you for joining us today on YouTube. All right, so we're gonna discuss this Indian national who I think he was in West Virginia. Guy's just 30 years old, right? And him get a link. And him get a link. He's in West Virginia, but the wife is in Illinois. And what happens is this is a gentleman because a lot of people being in America, it's economics. They have a hard time financially back in their home country. The frustration, you're not feeling like you're getting anywhere to get a job. Anybody who is Jamaican know this. Oftentimes to get a job is a link business, right? Somebody who knows something, some position you know just run up in night. So some position is nepotism that cause people them not have to know nothing. In fact, they don't know anything, and they're holding these big title jobs, right? So what's happening now with this young man is him reach, and this is some employers. Them see the situation, them keep on the employee, but the employee don't have on the papers. And the employer, because the man is a good worker, the employer used to pick him up in the morning, drop him home in the evening, him having a little grocery shopping, a little errands to go and do. Employer carry him. This is a relationship they have. The employer has more than one store. The employer come pick him up and drop him to the next store because the man is a worker and can work. Yeah? When you have a employee and they're honest, they're working, you do anything for them. So now the employer gets caught up in this. So this young man decides that he wants to straighten out himself. And he's in one state, which is one of the biggest red flags to me, unless like you're in the military, it's a school business. He's in one state, the wife is in another state. So they go in because he might try straighten out himself. The employer I try assist him because he's a good employee. So the employer all get caught up in this now because guess what? The employer fund the money so him can marry this girl. So come interview morning now. The two of them walk in, right? Nice young girl from Illinois with this Indian national. You know, USCIS done investigate them. Cause she a come up in a Illinois, right? She's a citizen. She have a social security number. Boom, bam, boom. You put in the number, that's it. Our whole life come up. So by the time them reaching at the interview, let's get real. Them whole life before the government. And I want to remind a lot of you, you're going into this interview, you're going before the government. So by the time the officer done with them, him realize him have a case of marriage fraud. So now, once they've denied you because they don't believe you have a bona fide marriage, gone are the days where the officers them just put on the file so them start watching now. So them realize now that this man working, yeah? So them bring in the employer now, cause I am and him not have no papers. So, them don't watch, say, look, wait, this man a work,
And the employer them I help him out. Them I pick him up to go work, drop him off after work, help him carry him, go do him shopping. Them say, no man, we're gonna watch you some more. So them start watch them now and realize, wait, them people are not easy. So them come after the employer now. You get involved with this. And then realize that the employer is the one who helped give the US citizen money to pay for the marriage. So them come down like a hawk now. Just tuning in, you're listening to Legally Speaking with attorney Antoinette Osbourne. If you have a question this morning, you can call in at 718-502-9137. That's 718-502-9137. So them a watch the immigrant and them a watch the employer. Employer don't even know what go on and what come for him now. Right? So them sit down and them a case the place. Them a watch them. Cause them a build them file. And when I tell you this file is being built, this file is being built. So when them finally decide so them a go come down upon them like a hawk now, it gets serious for everybody. Because the girl from Illinois, she gets arrested, right? Fraud marriage. So does the young man, he gets arrested for fraud marriage. One of the painfulest things to see are how the employer them who are try help the youth, them get caught up in this. This is a young man who his work ethic was so great. Him start run the people them business. And what you have to understand, when a lot of these people from India, them family sell them land, everything for the younger one, because the older one now, right, getting to retire. But them are investing in them kids because they are supposed to help them. So people sell off them land for invest in the kids, right? And I'll tell you, I was watching a documentary, yeah, they're breaking the law, but the empathy you feel. I saw this young man's mother, and when I tell you, tears. Yeah, man, a poor people, that's the reality, and them sell off them things. And the boy get apprehended. Caller, you're on the air. Are the employers that are in fact trying to help out the employee? The man get a link and him got married. Unfortunately, the marriage was fraudulent. The government became aware of this. The immigrant got arrested. The wife got arrested. The brother-in-law who introduced them got arrested. And now the employers who assisted him, who provided him with a job, and also gave him monies to help him pay for the marriage, they got arrested. And one of the things that they looked at with the employer was they took an admission from him where he admitted he did not collect or he didn't pay over to the government any payroll taxes for this man. Right? The man just get him gross pay, that's it. They never collect the employee withholding taxes. Any employer know you have an employee, there are certain taxes you pay, and in New York you're filing your NYS 45 and your 941. Right? You pay your taxes, you file your returns. They weren't doing anything for him. They might pay him off the books. This is what we call off the books, or what we call under the table. And they went ahead, and the employers now get involved and they get arrested. Yeah. The young man, of course, he is going to admit that he engaged in marriage fraud, which he did. So, he'll never get a green card ever in life. Even if he ended up having a child, the child comes here, the child becomes a US citizen. It's not going to happen. Right? So the marriage fraud was not successful. Simple as that. Yeah. Now the employer now admitted that he knew the marriage was fraudulent and he gave him monies so that he could pay the wife and also the brother-in-law, because there's always a middleman in this. There's always somebody linking you to this. Yeah. And oftentimes your bank statements are taken to watch the exchange and the ins and outs of monies. Right? I had a gentleman who got married to they weren't married before, it was a fiance business. And then the earthquake in Haiti arrived. And he married her. I say, yeah, well, he applied for the fiance visa on his own. And it got denied. And the earthquake happened. I said, well, I guess you're getting married, because he really did check for the girl. They built a relationship. Immigration never trust him. And when we now look to file for the spousal green card, immigration says, send me a bank records. Gladly send it, because I know she broke like dog. She not have no money. She don't have a dollar for pay. And through his bank statements, you could see he was the one, the citizen, paying for everything. She broke. Where should I get money for buy, man? Please. Yeah, but your bank statements are looked at. Yeah. So everybody got caught up in this, and it's just sad. Some people, it's economic circumstances, but the recent immigration numbers that has occurred and people collecting free things from the government, it got American citizens angry. And rightly so. You have American citizens here who need help and they can't get the help. And this is a worldwide thing, because we have a quote unquote refugee crisis worldwide. It's happening in Britain. It's happening in Europe. Yeah? It's only certain countries not. Because you can't tell me one UAE country that is having an immigration crisis. You can't tell me anywhere in China where is having an immigration crisis. Anywhere in Asia. Yeah? It's the countries in the West that is facing this crisis, because it's a kinder society. But this is a time where, and if you look and you see the Italian Prime Minister, that woman, they're rough. Anybody watching what she's doing? That woman is not playing. Yeah, man. And she has sent back ships. And she paying countries to make it harder for them to reach. Not playing. But this is how people get caught up, because you're just trying to help. But when you're trying to help, and now you are the one facing the crisis, it's rough. Just tuning in. You've been listening to Legally Speaking with attorney Antoinette Osbourne. Telephone number, if you have a question, it's 718-502-9137. To make an appointment during the week, it is 718-502.
If you've reached this far in the video, that means you are at the end of the program. At this time, if this information served some value to you, I would ask that you like, share, and subscribe, so it will allow the information to reach further in our community. Don't forget to follow us on our Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok page. Thank you.